78516. Item A is the Pledge of Allegiance. Please stand. Pastor Toto?
Lord Jesus, we come before you tonight and we're asking blessing on the city of Alamo. We're asking blessing on the commissioners and the mayor. Everybody that will be doing business here tonight, that will be done with your will directing. And Lord, we're asking for a return to the days of unlocked doors, that our children can grow up in a society where they learn right and wrong. In the name of Jesus, amen.
Amen. Thank you, Pastor Tuttle. We'll go to item C, presentations and announcements.
Mayor, I have a few announcements.
Yes, sir.
Just want to invite everyone at 10:30 a.m. on Thursday at Fire Station Number 2 for a pushback ceremony for our new fire engine. We've received our first fire engine of the two that were purchased for the city of Alamo, and we'll be doing a pushback ceremony together with the fire department to dedicate this new fire engine to the city of Alamo. Also, Bobby, do you have just an announcement for some of the residents on Nebraska? Do you have an update on the project, the drainage project?
Yes, sir. We do have an update on the Nebraska Drainage Project. Our engineer for the project, Mr. Ronnie Cruz, did speak to Mr. Javier Evanto of Vencer Contractors, and they did mention that the entire project should be completed within 2.5 to 3 weeks from today, including the pavement at 8th Street portion by the end of this week. Of course, this is weather permitting, whenever we say all this, but we're hoping that it's sooner, much sooner rather than later. I understand that there are some concerned citizens out there. We want to make sure that they're informed of this and that they're happy, of course, when it's all completed.
Ronnie, can we go ahead and make sure that we do? And we also, just, if you need to keep in contact with the project manager for the city, so because I get questions, I think, I just got a message also from some of those concerned citizens that, Julio, if we can send somebody to check, maybe we can put some barricades where that area that they're digging on Nebraska and 8th Street, because I think the road is still pretty torn up and we don't want to have any issues. So if we need to put some barricades, and hopefully we can get this taken care of by Friday. I also, my last announcement for me is this is the last meeting for the year, and I just want to wish everybody out there a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and hopefully we can continue the success in 2024 for the city of Alamo. So Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.
Thank you, Oki, for that. And I just want to make a quick announcement. So PSJA, the Mighty Wolverines, they're having a screening. It's a play in collaboration with the Dazzlers. So the theater and the Dazzlers made a play. It's called 9 to 5, and it's based off of Dolly Parton. And I just want to let everybody know that there are tickets you guys could go and purchase. It's going to be on the 21st, 22nd, and 23rd, and it starts at 7 p.m. So that's this Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. If you want to go and catch that play, it's going to be there at the PSJ Memorial Theater. And I will be there, so I invite everybody else to go. I think I can make the 22nd showing. So if you want to catch one of the commissioners, you guys are more than welcome to attend.
Thank you, AJ. Anybody else? I have one. I want to welcome RGV Urgent Care Clinic to the city of Alamo. We had a ribbon cutting on Saturday, which was well attended. And just for the community that's watching, for them to know that that they are available to the entire community. Dr. Moreno and his staff are offering emergency services, injuries, pediatrics, physicals, immunizations, digital x-rays, drug screenings, IV therapy, preventative services, walk-ins, workers' compensation, stitches, in-house laboratory. So for all your emergency needs, they are open Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. and on weekends from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Thank you.
Mayor, I got one.
I was talking to our volunteer chief at their gathering last week. So they're looking for volunteers for our firefighters department that we have here in Alamo. If you're interested and wanted to join the firefighting team here, reach out to Robert Chavez, and he can give you the information what you need to be able to join this great organization. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner. Anyone else?
Yeah.
The toy drive this Saturday. Feel welcome to stop by from, I believe it starts at 10 o'clock?
It's at 10 a.m.
10 to what time, Chief? So the toys are done. So please come out, community, whatever you need. We're here to serve you guys.
Chief, can you elaborate just a little bit on the route for everybody that's following us on live, and so we can promote that route for the toy drive?
Yeah,
on
what we're gonna do is we're gonna close down, I believe it's 6th Street and Tower on Duranta. We're gonna stage off of Duranta right there where the PD's at, put the tent up and just have them come straight in and straight out, so we won't have to go in a circle and through the PD or anything like that. Our officers will walk to the cars, so we won't have to have them bunched up. So we're gonna have several officers working that day, the Polaris, bike, and all that stuff. So we should be go pretty smooth.
So Blue Santa will be there, Chief?
Blue Santa will be there.
Awesome.
Yes, he will.
So that the community that's watching, all the kids and the community can come out and, grab a gift. So thank you. Thank you, Chief.
Want to thank all the sponsors that helped put this on for the kids for the kids of Alamo. It takes a big and part of working together with a lot of our sponsors, together with the PD, and thank your staff. I've seen pictures of where they've gone to buy all the gifts, and they chose to wrap them all also, and that. Oh, okay, half are wrapped. So yeah.
We're getting toys there from different departments and communities. So.
But yes, if our public relations team can keep on promoting that, so everybody's aware of the event on Saturday for Toys with the Blue Santa, Alamo PD.
Anyone else?
Yes, Mayor and Commissioner, just a friendly reminder, our offices will be closed on the 22nd and the 25th, so our staff can celebrate our holiday. We will also be closed on the 29th and on the 1st, and we'll resume back on the 2nd.
Got it. Anyone else? We good? All right, we'll go to item D, consideration and action to approve the minutes for a regular meeting on December 19th, 2023.
Second?
We have a first and a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries. Item E, consideration and action to approve reappointment members of the Alamo EDC Board.
I would like to reappoint Raul Medina, Ms. Griselda Moncayo, and Mr. Ricardo Salazar.
Second.
I have a first and a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, motion carries. We'll go to item F, consideration and action to approve a job description for an events coordinator.
Motion to approve.
I
motion to approve an events coordinator.
Well, yeah, just, I think Bob's gonna
I'm
give us a
sorry,
description.
Bob.
It's okay. It's okay. Go ahead, Alex.
Yes, Mayor and Commissioners, this position will be under the Public Information Director. This coordinator will plan and market and conduct all duties responsibly and responsibilities related to any city events.
I will second Commissioner Moreno's motion to approve.
We have a first and a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries. We'll go to item G, consideration and action to approve to allocate funding for the remodel of Fire Station Number 1.
Yes, Mayor, the city has some discretionary funds in the amount of $1 million that may be designated for future projects, needed repairs, and/or new equipment. Attached, you'll find two proposed options for the remodeling of the Fire Station Number 1. Staff is wanting to allocate either $250,000 or $500,000 to proceed with this remodeling project. We do have Mr. Charlie Garcia in the audience if you have any questions in regards to the design itself. So this is up for discussion. We kind of want to see, what, I guess we want to know which route you want to go in regards to the options. Option number 1 would be about $250,000, and option number 2 would be about $500,000. Option 1 entails a one-story remodeling where we're taking a portion of one of the bays of station number one, and just expanding the living area for the existing fire station number one. And option two makes it a two-story. It has meeting rooms, it has offices, and then on the second floor, it has the dormitories. So it is up for discussion, depending on what the commission would like to see. That's what we will let Mr. Garcia know to move forward with. And so I wanted to open it up for discussion, you know, if anyone has any questions regarding that.
So have we currently outgrown that, the building the way it is right now, Chief?
Yes, we've outgrown that station, and we need to, you know, make some offices and the dorms for the firefighters. So it's well needed.
Mr. Garcia, can you come forward and give us an update on the current conditions of what you found?
Sure, definitely. Hello.
How you doing?
Commissioners, thank you this evening for inviting me, allowing me up. Mr. Bobby Salinas, thank you.
Thank you for being here, sir.
Sure. My name is Charlie Garcia. I'm an architect, CG5 architect. I was asked by Ms. Salinas to come out and take a look at your fire station number one and provide at least a couple options for your consideration. And in meeting with Mr. Salinas and fire chief. Sorry about that. And in meeting with Mr. Salinas and Chief, we went over a few of the options and the considerations available to you guys in remodeling the fire station. So considering code compliance, ADA compliance, all this other regulatory compliance issues and cost as was a consideration. Yeah, like Mr. Salinas had mentioned, it is a first floor remodel. The existing conditions are could be up. You know, we recommend they be updated. The spaces as well for the sleeping quarters and all that probably need to be updated as far as you know, ADA conditions in the restrooms and so forth. ADA being the handicap accessibility. And we were able to accommodate in option one four offices and a receptionist, and keep the dormitories down on the bottom on the first floor. That would be the lowest cost option, at you know, about $250,000 we think, and that's a conservative little number at about $95 a square foot for the remodel, right? We kept it at about $95 square foot for both because we're not doing anything structurally to the building. Structurally, everything was really well, is what we saw. Everything's pretty viable. So it's just an interior remodel. Some of the plumbing will have to move. We will have to do some plumbing in the foundation, but we can do that. Second option, of course, was moving the dormitories to the second floor of the mezzanine.
Mhm. And what kind of time frame are we talking about here?
The time frame for construction, I would put that. Typically, what we see here, anywhere from 6 to 8 months, maybe, on the construction, and to prepare the procurement documents, probably another 3 to 4 months.
Okay.
So, what's that? A year?
About 9 months.
Yeah. about
And
9
how many beds would that be? Or how would it be? How much? More or less.
On the dormitories, we were asked to look at three and three, and we were able to accommodate 4 for the men's, but 3 for the women's on the beds, single, you know, dormitories, and they're kind of laid out in that configuration there as well.
Can I ask why 3 and 3 exactly?
That was part of not requirements, but what was asked of us from the fire chief for a little bit of future growth and so forth.
That's considered for staffing. I guess I'll be the first one to ask some questions, right?
Sure, yes, sir.
I like both designs. I just think that if we keep the first floor design, I think that leaves us room to come and work on station number 2, which also will need some facelift and some remodeling of station number 2. I see, you know, with moving the dorms up to the second floor, that leaves a meeting room on the first floor, but I think we have a good sized meeting room at station 2 that if we come with the cost savings of going to 1 floor design, then we can we can we can remodel and fix Station 2 also, and we take care of both fire stations for the next years to come. I think if we were to outgrow the dormitories for men and women, I mean that's already at a sign where we're going to have to build a new station, not continue to put more people in this one station.
Yes, sir.
We have station number 2 that we also got to remember that we have, and I like the design here. I'm not 100% solid on the design. I think if we can sit down and maybe tweak a little bit of it, like this reception room and the volunteer room, exactly what they're going to have in there,
Okay.
and then maybe design something that will split the offices from the kitchen and the day room, a wall to some sort of a corridor there. But other than that, I like that you're saying that the whole entire rest of the building is structurally sound. Did we get a roof check on that?
We didn't do an extensive check on the roof, but wasn't aware of any leaks. There wasn't any reported.
Yeah.
So, I
Yeah.
don't know the warranty, if it's under warranty still, or if we're past any type of the roof building envelope. But the envelope seemed pretty sound as well. I mean,
And all of this has a full redo of HVAC and everything in there. Whether we do 1-story, 2-story, that's a full
yeah,
upgrade of HVAC.
I believe there was a unit already that was fairly new towards the front. And so we were considering maybe redoing that, but there will have to be another unit in the dormitory areas probably for the back areas.
Would we be able to, if we went with a first floor plan, how prepped would the second floor be over that area?
We weren't considering prepping the second floor if we're doing just the first floor. We're leaving the second floor mezzanine the way it is.
But you would put the stairway to it with rails up there that if they need to go up there
For storage.
for storage or,
Basically for storage is just an open space.
yeah, but
yeah.
everything will be prepped with the correct railing and everything
Yeah.
if we went the first story and left it like that.
Yeah.
I know they used to. I haven't been in that station in a little while, but did they still have some workout equipment up there?
No, we took it all down.
Everything came down?
Yeah, we took it all down.
Okay.
It's primarily used for storage. They have a lot of old equipment, files, plans,
Cots,
Uh,
the cots for emergency purposes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's mechanical equipment up there as well.
Yes.
Right now.
Yeah, and like I said, I like both designs. It's the majority of the commission, whichever they want to do. I just think that, my opinion is the cost savings of doing a first floor, then we can come to Station 2 and make sure that both our fire stations are completely ready to at least last us for the next, good amount of years. And then, like I mentioned to the mayor when I had a conversation with him, is that, if we outgrow this, then Station 3 needs to be built. And that's where we would have to move forward with that. I don't know, other than, but like I said, if there's a way to just tweak a few things and just get exactly what the reception area is going to be used for, and do we need that, or how we can tie that in, and also to the volunteer area.
Definitely.
Also, how did you get to the $95 a square foot?
We were looking, since this isn't a whole brand new construction is in the $125, $150, maybe even a little more depending on what type of construction.
So you even think going 2-story would still be $95?
I think so, because it's an interior remodel. There will be some structural and so forth, but we're increasing the square footage, which increases the cost a little bit. So I think within that budget is still pretty well. And there was also a cost consideration for materials. I mean, we're not talking about fancy materials on the walls.
Like
or on the
residential,
floors.
not
Yeah.
commercial.
Right, so we're it's cost-effective materials we're thinking on the interiors.
And it still gives us 4 offices, which is good. I mean, Chief, how do you feel?
As long as we upgrade it. Yeah, I mean, we need it now. The guys are already getting,
Yeah.
claustrophobic over here, all 6 of them per shift.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I would do that so we can go ahead and remodel what we need to fix over here at Station 2 also. 'cause it needs a roof, it needs another shower, the other shower needs to be repaired, 'cause it wasn't done right when it was built. So there's a few items that need to be taken care of also.
Okay.
So instead of like a storage area, can it maintain like a workout area for the firefighters, or no?
Yeah, I mean, as long as it's rated for the weight,
Well, that's
the
why I
wa-
was asking. Like,
weights to be up there,
Yeah.
and it's not gonna go right through the ceiling.
Does,
well,
does
that's what I
the-
was asking. Like, if could instead of it being a storage area, because you become a storage area and you start piling stuff in there, and you start having all rodents and
It's a
stuff.
question of occupancy up there and code compliance, and weight issues. You probably have to beef up a little bit of the structure there.
Mm.
It's all, wood framing, we can beef up the wood framing. I don't think we'd have to add any more columns and so forth. I mean, it's just, live loads basically that we'd have to consider. But it's definitely could probably be something in the budget may have to be adjusted a little bit if we do that type of work up on top, but, I still think it's pretty healthy on the night.
Right
shift.
around there.
Mayor, can I say a couple things here?
Absolutely.
I just wanted to mention, of course, that we do have shifts of 6 firefighters per shift. So that's really 3 and 3 because we do have 2 stations. So it would be 3 on the north on Station 2 and 3 on the south. So it's not going to be like all of them are going to be in one area. So if we were to go with option 1, there'd be more than enough space to handle that. We do have the dormitory split between men and women, which is something we don't currently have at Station 2, I believe. In regards to the weights and weight equipment, I do want to mention that we do send all of our employees to Alamo Fitness Center or Planet Fitness. So they have the membership. We will pay for that membership. So in regards to that, I mean, if you want to save, that would be the way to go. We already handle that for them. I think that I do rely on the expertise of someone that actually stays in a station, which would be our Mayor Pro Tem. So he's seen his fair share of different stations, I'm sure. So when it comes to the design, I would invite our Mayor Pro Tem to be involved in that, just to make sure that we get it. And of course, the chief, we want to make sure it handles everybody. We want to make sure. But I think the thing that we need to remember is that we do have 2 stations, and if we can handle remodeling both stations for that same amount, like, it would be something that would be
It
very
makes sense.
beneficial to the city.
Yep.
And I like this design because we also got to remember and realize it, or remember, is that this is a remodel to a current station. This isn't something new with a brand new floor plan where we can just go in. So we got to kind of keep it, and we're already removing 1 bay, so that's going to put a huge expansion in it. And so when you really look at it, and that's the only thing that there's those few things that I would just like to see, like, we have 4 offices right now. Is that going to be a full-blown need for that? Because we also have offices here at Station 2. So if we grow to where we're getting more offices, somebody can come back to Station 2, and so maybe that can expand somewhere. That's where, a lot of this, if we do move forward with this, just a little bit of tweaking, like I said, the reception area and how big is the volunteer area, and where we can go, and maybe we can expand the dorms a little bit more, or if we cut down maybe 1 office and then remember that we do have 2 offices. How many offices do we have at Station 2, Chief?
We only have one, basically, and.
Meme doesn't have an office at Station 2?
Who?
Meme at Station 2?
No, he's with the secretary,
So you have an office and
yeah,
the secretary and Meme share an office?
and that's it,
So there's only 2.
There's 2 offices?
2.
Okay, yes. So we would have, if we to remove 1 to expand something a little bit bigger,
Definitely.
we know that we have 2 offices that we may need over here. Or possibly, once we now that we're working with a new EMS company, if we continue that we might have to work with them to fit them in a certain area with them. We do have. But like I said, this is my opinion, is going with the first floor, leaving the second floor obviously open up to code, and then coming back and putting a remodel on station number 2 also. so
Um,
everybody gets
Going back to Station 2, the two offices are there. I mean, there's mine's like a closet, and then the other one's a little bit bigger. But we need another dorm for the men. Right now, I have the ladies in the dorm that was for the guys, and then the guys are all in the training room right now. So we need a dorm for the males.
Okay.
so which in turn would be our main goal first of all,
Right.
and then you know, if we put the 3 offices here for once we move for expansion, again that'll be at a point where I'm thinking that we're going to really have to be considering a brand new station 3 possibly to go with this. And if we can save on a one floor and then come over here and move, I think and like I said, maybe just, you know, this volunteer room, maybe make it a little bit smaller, the reception area in the front. Is it something that we truly need? And then go from there. And put that wall between the day room and the chief's office. They need a wall area to keep the offices and the whole area of the kitchen, day room area, you know, for the firefighters to be able to.
All that you're talking about can be accommodated
Okay.
fairly easily, I think.
I'll make a motion to go with option 1.
I'll second.
I have a first and a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, motion carries. We'll go to item H, presentation on current proposed capital projects seeking grant funding via state and federal agencies. Mr. Trevino.
Yes, Mr. Mayor, City Council. I've been working closely with the mayor's office and the city mayor's office on strategic planning for funding on current and proposed capital projects for this fiscal year. The proposed projects we are currently working on and proposing are as follows. The first one was submitted last summer, which was a Tower Road lift station replacement and upgrade. We did that through the Texas Wildland Board through the project information forms. That's still pending, so Bobby and I will be following up in January, see what's going on, or what other options we have for that project. Another project that we're working on is a street improvements partnership with Precinct 1. They had committed $150,000 for ARPA funds, and let me just give you exactly what they are. It's 4 streets. It's Palmview from Business 83 to Crockett Street with an estimate of $31,000. Acacia Street from 7th to 9th Street and approximately $48,400. Country Club Drive from Santa Ana to Catrin for $20,000, and Border Road from Durante Avenue to Business for $35,200. Contingency of $13,000 for a total amount of $149,952. Bobby and I are working with Precinct 1. We have correspondence via email, and we'll have an update for you the first week of January. Another project we're working on has already been submitted for grant funding is the Alamo Sports Parks. We submitted for a 4-plex tennis courts, lights, fencing, turnkey, and a half-a-mile walking trail. That's for a total of $635,000. The incoming projects that we're really starting to prepare is a new police station and fire station renovations or upgrades. That will be through the USDA, and the other project will be a drainage project, Durante Avenue upgrade through FEMA. That's from 13th Street to Alamo Expressway drain, and we got that from Brownie's drainage master plan. This is just I guess a brief presentation. I'll be doing a more turnkey presentation in the first week of January to show you of all the projects. But the following items will justify why I'm doing this report today. So there's no action that's needed on this report.
Can I, Bobby, or maybe Bobby and Ronnie, that 13th Street project with the General Land Office, have we gotten any updates on?
Yes, we've submitted everything as far as like for environmental clearance. That's the only thing that we're waiting on. Basically, everything's ready to start. We've submitted several forms. I think what was the latest that we did with Marie O was it was like a Zoom meeting where we were just kind of going over like the next steps. But we are like very close to begin that project. I'm hoping before the end of the year would be great, but you know, with the way the state's running, is a little bit longer. But
And I just want to put it also on the record that that project is already designed and engineered. We're just waiting for the funding to move forward with that project
That's
from
correct.
from 13th Street North to the frontage road.
That'll handle all the palm streets, State Palm, Royal Palm, I think a little bit of Acacia, and I know there's another palm, Sago Palm. So all those streets will have drainage, they'll have a regional detention area, and all that will flow to the large drainage line from TxDOT. So,
And that'll alleviate a lot of the pressure around Durante and Alamo, right?
yes, it'll take away a lot of flow that currently goes into the intersection of Durante and Alamo, which also has a very negative impact in that area. So we're taking flows away from there, as well as working with TxDOT to also upgrade that area.
Any update on Commissioner Cantu's office about Ridge, between Ridge and Tower and Border?
Yes, between Ridge, it would be Ridge between Tower and Border Road. That's a project that Precinct 2 is going to be working on. We should be having a pre-construction meeting mid-January.
And there's a lot of other projects, like the water plant, the completion of the sewer plant. I just kept it brief because of the other items that follow, but you'll get that full report, Commissioner Morales, in the next meeting.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sato.
Thank you, Mr. Trevino.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you,
You're welcome.
Soto. Any other questions?
Make a motion to approve.
Oh, it's a no action.
Oh, there's no action?
Presentation.
Oh, my gosh.
We appreciate your time.
All right, we'll go to item I, consideration and action to publish notice for a public hearing to receive input regarding the application to the United States Department of Agriculture, USDA Rural Development Community Facilities Program for the construction renovation of a new police station and the fire stations.
Yes, Mr. Mayor, as per the mayor's instructions and working closely with the city mayor's office, we are commencing the preparation and creation of a congressional report via the Community Grants Program for District 15 on the construction/renovation of the new police station, fire stations. Our project is eligible under the USDA Community Facilities Program, and its guidelines require to publish notice for a public hearing to be held for public input. So we'll be, if approved, we'll publish in January 5th, which is a Friday, and we'll have the public hearing on Tuesday, January 16th. That I need action.
Are we still working on that, this funding to, if the police station with a new court, would
Yes.
that would take a new court to the new
Yes,
police station?
it's connected.
And so would moving this, approving this, will this change if with what we're moving forward at the city level on the fire stations, or are we still gonna go after?
I put it there because just in case we get funding, we have it. And if we don't do it, well, we didn't do it. But I'd rather have it than leave it out. That's the reason I put it there, sir.
Make a motion to approve.
Second. I have a first and a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries. Item J, consideration and action to hold a public hearing to receive input regarding the application to the United States Department of Agriculture, USDA Rural Development Community Facilities Program for the construction and renovation of a new police station and fire stations.
Yes, as mentioned in the previous item, our project is eligible in the USDA Community Facility Program, and its guidelines required the city to hold a public hearing for public input. As mentioned previously, the next city council meeting for that public hearing will be Tuesday, January 16th.
Motion to approve.
Second.
I have a first and a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries. Item K, consideration and action to publish notice for a public hearing to receive input regarding the application to the Federal Emergency Management Agency's FEMA's for flood mitigation assistance for drainage improvements purposes.
Yes, Mr. Mayor and City Council, this is just a copy and paste of the previous item, but this is gonna go through FEMA because this is gonna be for flooding purposes. This will be through District 34, which is Vicente's office, for flood mitigation assistance for drainage improvement purposes. This project is eligible under the FEMA's program, and its guidelines require to publish notice and a public hearing to held for public input. Same thing, we'll publish on January 5th, and we'll have the public hearing on Tuesday, January 16th.
Make a motion to approve.
Second.
I have a first and a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries. We'll go to item L, consideration and action to hold a public hearing to receive input regarding the application to the Federal Emergency Management Agency's FEMA for flood mitigation assistance for drainage improvement purposes.
Yes, Mr. Mayor, City Council, as mentioned on the previous item, our project is eligible under the FEMA's program, and guide requires the city to hold a public hearing for public input. The next item of hearing for the public hearing will be Tuesday, January 16th. I know this is repetitious, but last year in June, we were in DC. We visited with both Congressman Vicente Gonzalez and Monica de la Cruz. And they said, in in March, we get ready for community grants. Who gets priority? Shovel-ready projects. So we're following the process right now. We started early, so hopefully this project should be completed no later than mid-February. So in March, when we go to DC, this project will be shovel-ready, and we can have a great chance of getting community grant funding, which most of them don't even require a city match. So we're just doing our homework and try to get this project shovel-ready.
And can you tell the people on live who are watching what exactly we're trying to accomplish with the funds, just in case they didn't catch it?
Well, right now, we have two big projects that have been on the capital projects list. Rather than going the USDA route, which everybody does, you go get a loan, you spread it out to 30, 40 years, and you do the project. We decided to try to get free funding, or at least most of the part through grant funding, through the community grants. Every Congress, I guess House of Representatives, because we have a woman and a man, they have discretionary funds to give out projects. The best projects that score the best are the ones that have shovel-ready projects, because they know you're gonna spend the money, and plus, they also take into account you spend money to get it done. So the two projects, that one on District 15 will be the new police station and fire station renovations, and the other project will be, the drainage project will be 13th Street to the Expressway, which we also got from Ronnie's master plan. So what we're trying to do is, we're trying to maximize your dollars, rather than get loans and get into more debt, we're trying to see what we can get for free. I mean, we all pay taxes in this, and a lot of people get free money, so we're no different. So that's all we're trying to do. And like I mentioned, priority goes to shovel-ready, so we're spending money to be shovel-ready and hopefully be considered for this funding.
And then you're gonna have a more detailed presentation next year. You just kind of going
Yes.
through this.
Right now, I'm just going
early.
to loop because I know that Bobby and Alex have been in contact with the Congresswoman's office, so we're probably shooting for early March. So I gotta work backwards. So I told Bobby, he goes, hey, you gotta do something. Okay, yeah, let me just put something quick, present it, get it approved, and then the next meeting, we'll give you all the information to make sure you all in the citizenry know exactly what we're doing.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Mr. Trevino.
And just for the public, shovel-ready, what that acronym means that they're projects that are ready to go.
Yes, sir.
So they're ready
So
to
what
ready to
that
get
will
funded.
include is, we'll have the design, we'll have the cost estimates, I'll get all the financial reports from Yvette's office. We'll do the preliminary, and I do those, the preliminary environmental, it'll be just ready. So if she gives a green light, we go, we do the checklist. The only difference, and this is where people get confused, the only difference between grants and riders, you still have to do the whole same thing. The only difference is non-competitive. You're granted, they just gave it to you. So you just have to follow the rules and follow the guidelines. That's what it is. You just have to do everything at the same. And rather than being a loan, it's gonna be a grant, but we still have to follow the same process. So we're just getting ahead, rather than showing up, we want this project, we haven't done anything, we're like, hey, we already did all this work, we're just ready to get some funding. So that's a strategy from the mayor's office.
Great.
And the city manager's office.
Make a motion to approve.
Second.
I have a first and a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries. Item M, consideration and action to approve an ordinance amending the 2023-2024 fiscal year general fund budget.
Yes, Mayor and Commissioners, the budget for the city of Alamo for the fiscal year 2023-2024 was effective October 1st. We are proposing an amendment to add to the general fund line item 01-511-4099 to provide funding for contracted services in the amount of $337,500. We're also adding to line item 01-511-8074, which would be provide funding for remodeling the city commission room in the amount of $15,000, and also to amend the budget for 01-520-1001, which would provide funding for the Public Information Department in the amount of $22,600. We did see that there was one item that was lacking here, it was missing, because I do recall having a conversation regarding increasing the budget for our Watermelon Festival. Because this is or 2024 is our centennial year, I guess we wanted to make sure that our Watermelon Festival was a little bit bigger and better. So we're proposing a total amount of $50,000 for the Watermelon Festival. That would be the total budget amount, $50,000.
Make a
So
mo-
that would be added to this ordinance.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Second.
I have a first and a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, Motion carries. Item N, consideration and action to approve an ordinance authorizing an advance funding agreement for voluntary maintenance by the City of Alamo and authorize city manager to enter into such agreement.
Yes, Mayor, City Commission, the City of Alamo was approached by TxDOT to see if we'd be willing to help with the maintenance of pavement markings and signage on roadway approaches to highway rail grade crossings. TxDOT will install appropriate signage and pavement markings at these rail grade approaches. It'll be at no cost to the city, however, we will have to maintain the pavement markings on approaches, which is the reasoning for the advance funding agreement.
Make a
Was
motion
that-
to approve.
Okay.
Second.
First and a second, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries.
Bob, before we move on that, can you, make sure that when you're talking with TxDOT, can you, let them know that they need to come and do a drive on Alamo Road?
On where, sir?
On Alamo Road, along Alamo Road, which is their road.
Yes, if you're talking about ruts and things like that on Alamo Road
The same
between
area
the
that keeps
freeway.
on,
Yes,
the same area that keeps on, falling in, or something is going on there.
yes,
We
sir.
need to let them know and continue to let them know that we have these issues.
Yes.
And we hear about it because obviously, right, they, the people of Alamo think, well, this is Alamo Road, it belongs to the City of Alamo. It's a state road, and we need them to keep their part of the maintenance on it. Also, we need to let them know.
Just, I guess to give a quick update, we have been in contact with TxDOT and Hector Siller with the district office. They are aware of it, and we've been telling them, like, we do need you to put a little bit more infrastructure money into this area, which is inclusive of some drainage that we've had pretty good conversations with them. To increase the drainage lines along Alamo Road between Duranta and the frontage. So yes, we will keep on top of them on that.
Mr. Member Tim, as per the city manager's instructions, we're trying to set a meeting with Pete Alvarez, the district engineer for this area, hopefully for the second week of January. So we will make sure we meet with him. Of course, he's the one that controls the entire budget for this area. And hopefully we can get a verbal commitment to address your issues and other issues here in the area. So once we get that meeting date, Bobby will be reaching out to at least 2 or 3 commissioners who how many can make it. So you'll be attending.
Yeah, because we continue to have the same issues
They just keep on repeating.
yeah. And we need to find out what's going
It's
on.
been years,
Yeah.
so,
Thank you.
Thank you all.
thank you. We'll go to item O, presentations on departmental reports. I think they're all included in your all's packets. Do you all have any questions?
I did notice our tax rate, excuse me, the sales tax, for the city, man. People are spending money here in Alamo. It's great. It's good
Yeah,
to see that.
our sales tax, just so the community knows, is up. So people are shopping in Alamo.
Mhm.
I think, Mr. Trevino, can you update us on the current sales tax?
Well, I can only give you events numbers, so that's, I think we're up 22% for the month of October. We're almost at 10% gain in the month of November. So we're plus or minus 15% as of last year.
Wonderful.
People are
Yes.
shopping in Alamo, and I can tell you that we had a great board meeting last Wednesday, and there's a lot of other things that are coming. We even had an executive session to bring franchise, so we're working on that. I had Mr. Moreno join me to one of those meetings, representing the city, and I had Mr. Garza, Mayor Garza representing the other. So we have things working on. Hopefully, we can be more competitive and have more people shopping in Alamo. That's our goal.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Yvette. And just so the community knows, that we're moving forward and we're working hard every day here for the citizens of Alamo.
That number is indicative of our growth.
Absolutely. We'll go now to citizen participation, 5 minutes per person with no response from the city commission. Residents must sign up prior to the city meeting. We have no one signed up today, so we'll go to adjournment. Do I have a motion for adjournment?
Second.
I have a first and a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Bye.
Aye.
Those opposed, meeting is adjourned.